This video provides an introduction to the People of Medieval Scotland database. In this video, you will first be given a basic overview of the database, followed by an introduction to the corpus and how it can be searched in the database, and finally where you can find further information. The People of Medieval Scotland, or PoMS, is a free online database that can be found at www.poms.ac.uk. PoMS is primarily a research tool that brings together information from thousands of documents dating between the years 1093 and 1314. The main purpose of PoMS is to present what these documents can tell us about the people of Scotland and their actions during this period. The database is the outcome of two AHRC-funded projects which ran between 2007 and 2013 and involved academics from the universities of Glasgow, Lancaster and Edinburgh and King's College London. A further project, funded by the Leverhulme Trust between 2013 and 2016, added various new features to the database, including maps and social network analysis visualisations. The corpus of documents in PoMS includes any document which was created in Scotland or concerning lands within Scotland, and dates from the period between the death of King Malcolm III on the 13th of November 1093 and King Robert I's Parliament at Cambus Kenneth on the 6th of November 1314. Most of the documents within the database can broadly be defined as charter material. Only about 1/4 of these survive as originals. The rest survive as later copies of the original texts. Although the corpus of documents in the PoMS database represents the vast majority of sources for the history of Scotland in this period, it's important to note that other types of source from this period, such as chronicles, are not included in the database. What about the geographical area covered by PoMS? Between 1093 and 1314, the bounds of the Kingdom of the Scots changed significantly. For the sake of consistency, the corpus covers all of the territory that had become part of Scotland by the death of King Alexander III in 1286. This means, for example, that the Isle of Man, the Western Isles and Berwick are included, but Orkney and Shetland are not. It's important to stress that PoMS is not a database of the texts of these documents. Information has been extracted from these documents and fed into the database. So what information has been extracted? Here is an example of a translation of a charter text, which is a confirmation by King William of land given to St Andrews by a Walter, son of Philip, sometime in the 1170s. The kinds of things that have been extracted from the text include names, titles and occupations, places, the particular conditions for which the land is held, as well as the roles of people within the document, like witnesses, the grantor and the beneficiary. Transactions have also been extracted. This is any kind of action or interaction that is mentioned within the documents. For example, a gift of land, a confirmation of a gift, a quitclaim of land or rights, an agreement, an inspection or a renewal of a gift. All of these pieces of information which have been extracted from the documents and fed into the database are called factoids. A factoid is therefore any statement taken from a text. Using this term factoid is a way of pointing out that what is written is not necessarily a fact, rather it's been asserted in a document. There are different types of factoid in PoMS. For example, title or occupation factoids, relationship factoids, transaction factoids, role factoids, tenure factoids. Structuring the database around factoids means that only those things which are specifically mentioned in the sources are included in PoMS. In other words, no assumptions have been made about the people, their relationships or actions. For example, it may seem clear from a particular document's transaction that a certain person is a tenant of another. However, unless that person is specifically referred to as my tenant or something similar, no relationship has been entered in PoMS. The same is true of titles, relationships, terms of tenure, and so on. The PoMS database therefore presents the people and their actions exactly as they appear in the documents themselves. So, to sum up, pieces of information called factoids have been extracted directly from documents and fed into PoMS. The database allows you to conduct simple and complex searches of these different factoids and view them as different types of profile. To find out more about the project and the historical background to this period, click on the About tab. To find out more about the database, including information about the sources, the numbering system for documents, and how to cite the database, click on the Information tab. For more videos, or to download a database tutorial, go to the Help tab.